again, we've done law of sines, law of cosines for 2 days. A bunch of answers are posted, videos of me working them, so we're not going to do any more of those. What we are going to do today is word problems and one new formula. It's an easy formula. And again, so today's assignment will be worksheet 3. Worksheet 4 is in the packet, but it is not due. It's just a review. If you want more practice, it's there. You're welcome to it. Obviously, answers are posted. But what's due tomorrow, or Thursday for you guys, is worksheet 1, 2, and 3. So unit 13, I don't even know what day we're on now after all that's happened. Spring break, catch-up days, weather delays, who knows?
I think it's 3 or 2. Can you even call this a weather delay?
Let's call it Unit 13, Worksheet 3 a day, because that's what the lesson goes with. And it's a different formula for the area of triangles.
Day 1, this is day 2.
So I don't know what day it is. Depends on how you count the days. Especially if you count all the spring break days. This is day 14. But it's the third day it's really only the second day of new stuff. Yeah. So, again, I don't know. It doesn't matter how you count them. Area of triangles. What's the area of triangle formula that you know? I hope you know.
1/2.
Good. The 1/2 base times height. Okay. That's right. I don't know. Shouldn't. Whoops, base would be that, and this would be the height. So 1/2 base times height would give you the area. I hope you're familiar with that formula. We're going to learn a different formula today where if we know different information, like we don't always know the height of a triangle.
But if you can split it in half, you can find the side.
So it's based on that, but there's another formula. It has the 1/2 in it, so that's about the only link. 1/2 AB sine of angle C. Where A and B are any two sides. So it doesn't matter if it's a base or a leg or a hypotenuse. It doesn't even have to be a right triangle. Like any two sides you want, this formula will work. As long as, this is super important here, angle C is what's called the included angle. The included angle. Overboard with the colors, but it's got to be the included angle. That means the angle in between the two sides that you have. So it doesn't matter what the letters are, any two sides, any angle between them, and you can find the area. So let's say A equals 10, and then just to throw us off, I won't use B, I'll say C equals 14. Let's put some units on this. A is 10 meters, C is 14 meters, and angle B equals 36 degrees. So it doesn't match the formula exactly. Let's draw the picture and see if it works though. So triangle ABC, A is across from A, B is across from B, C is across from C. So we have side A and side C, and angle B is 36. So is angle B included between the two sides that we know?
Yes.
Yes. So this will work. Tyler, you're right. The other way to say this is this works if it's an SAS triangle. So if you like the SAS, SSS, all of those designations, this is for SAS triangles. Is one way to remember it. The other way is any two sides in the included angle. So area is 1/2 10 times 14 times sine of 36. That's the setup that I would want to see on the test, so don't go straight to the calculator. Show me what you're doing. 1/2 times 10 times 14 sine of 36. I just grabbed this calculator, so I better make sure I'm in degrees. And I am. .145. Area would be meters squared. All right, that's it. We're not even going to do a second example because any two sides in the included angle, that's all it takes. So today's assignment's worksheet 3. We'll work some together off of it to make sure we're good and to see some word problems. Again, due Thursday, worksheet 1, worksheet 2. That's the one that arguably we spent a week and a half on because over spring break. Worksheet 3, not due, but you might want to do it, is the review worksheet. How to make this clear. Review worksheet is optional. No bonus points, nothing like that. But if you're doing them and you feel like, I'm not sure about this type of problem, then go to the review and do a couple of those type of problems. So maybe don't do the whole thing. Maybe do the odds. Maybe do the ones you're concerned with. Or if you feel really good, to heck with it and be good. Questions? You good? So let's look at worksheet 3. And why don't you try number 1? So grab a calculator and try number 1. So pretty straightforward. Number 1, 1/2, 2 sides, the included angle. Type it in the calculator. Round appropriately, and you get 61. I mean, pretty easy. I would be careful. We're not going to give you that formula on the test. So there's multiple formulas you got to know, law of sines, law of cosines, and the area formula. But hopefully you used law of sines and cosines enough that you kind of memorized them accidentally. And then this one's not hard, so you're good for that. Number 2 is the same thing. Number 3 is a word problem, but there's a picture that goes with it. The ones I'm kind of worried about are the word problems that don't have pictures. So let's look at number 13. It doesn't have a picture with it. To estimate the height of a building, 2 students find the angle of elevation from a point at ground level down the street from the building to the top of the building to be 39 degrees. Okay, there's a lot of words here. So, angle of elevation, that's how high your eyes have to look up to see the top of the building. So your eyes are down here on the ground. Like, we're not going to account for the fact that you're 6 feet tall. We're just going to assume that your eyes are on the ground. You look up, and you look up through an angle of 39 degrees. From a point that is 300 feet closer to the building, so 300 feet closer to the building, not necessarily 300 feet from the building, but 300 feet closer to the building, the angle of elevation to the top of the building is 50 degrees. If we assume the street is level and the building is vertical, you would hope, but in pre-cal BC, they do these problems like with the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the street is up a hill, and so there's more angles you got to consider. But for us, the street's level, the building's vertical. Estimate the height of that building.
You could find 50 minus 80.
Okay.
There's the same thing.
So 50 and from 180 is 130, so we definitely know that's 130.
So then you can find the other one for that one, which is plus
Yep, 180 minus the other two. 11.
So then
Okay, that's all good. That's all correct.
you can assume the bottom right one is 90.
Yep, that's 90, which means
Find
that's
the top one.
that one's 40. So we got. I think we have all the angles now.
And you have one thing. You can go angle on both sides.
So
Wait, is that
am I gonna do? Let's see, I'd like to use this triangle, right? Because that's the triangle that has the height in it.
But you have to find the other one so you can get a length.
Right. That's exactly right. I don't have any side links in this triangle. So I can't really, I mean, that's the one I want to use, but I can't start with that one because I don't know anything about that one. So I need to look at this one and find something that would help me. Probably this side would be helpful because it's part of the triangle that I want to find. So do I want law of sines or law of cosines to find that? Do I have an angle side pair? That's the question.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Law of sines. If I have an angle side pair, 11 and 300, then it's law of sines. We just need to make up something for this. Let's call it x, I guess. Doesn't matter what you call it.
Sine of 39.
Good.
Over x.
Sine of 39 over x. That'll get me x, and then I can work my way toward h. So 300 sine 39. This is just a, again, show the setup, and then beyond that, show however much you need to show to get the problem right. Sine 39 divided by sine 11. So 989.451. I'm not too concerned with how many decimals I need because my answers all say about and they're all rounded to 1, so I probably don't even need to carry 3 decimals, but I know I'll be fine with 3. Okay. Well, now I know what x is. Let's do basically the same thing. So sine of 90 over 989.451 equal. Yeah, I want to use the 50 and the h because that's the side I'm looking for. Sine of 50 over h. If you want to go to the calculator from there, that's fine. If you want to show some extra steps, also fine. I already have that in my calculator, so I didn't really need to write down anything because I can just hit times sine of 50 divided by sine of 90. And 758, there's a bunch of decimals, but I look at my answers, and about 758 is one of my answers. So the main reason I wanted to work that problem was angle of elevation, knowing what that means. Angle of elevation. How far your eyes look up to see the top of a building or a tree or a flagpole or whatever else. I think that's the worst one on there because the rest have pictures. So if picture problem. Oh, there's one on a hill, number 10. All right, answers are posted. We'll probably have time to work a few of these tomorrow before the test, so you can come with questions tomorrow.